Oi, oi, guys. Here we are again. Friday morning. Up and at 'em. Out here doing it. And I've got some thanks to give out. Because been on a bit of a journey this week with podcasting. Dropped my first podcast. Go and check it out, guys. I'm pretty much getting it across all the platforms. I'm just having difficulty with one, which happens to be Apple. And for some reason I'm having trouble getting an Apple ID, but hey, try and find a way of getting hold of them and figuring that one out. I even had my daughter's fella over last night, and he has an Apple, and even he was trying to get an Apple ID going for me, and yeah, because the host that I'm with, they've been trying. They're really good, by the way. If you want to get into podcasting, Buzzsprout, they're really good. Well, so far I'm happy with them. I mean, this is like I say, this is the first time didn't know anything about podcasting. I'll do at the end of this week. I know a bit more than what I did. I still don't know it all. There's still a lot of whining to do, but hey, you know what? at least I got one out there. I wanted to drop one before Christmas, and I got it out there. So, but I want to give some thanks to Tori, Life Wanda, and go out there and check her YouTube out. Great photos, some great video of the sun, blimey, on the beach, and she's got two little furry family members. So big thanks to her. Big thanks to 30-year-old Grom. I had him on the phone helping me out, talking about sound and things like that, which was really, I didn't realise there was so much as there was. I mean, I know sound, I know through what I do with sound as well, but when it comes to doing things like podcasting, you're responsible for your sound output and stuff like that. Then yeah, I started learning a bit about that, and then Dan in our group, he came up, gave me a couple of pointers yesterday as well with not seeing my feed to the podcast on my Instagram. So working on all that. I'm also going to be clearing up the website and getting some work done on that. But anyway, just wanted to get them shouts out, and a big thank you to those guys and to everybody else that's been helping. Those three guys popped into mind because this week, yeah, I've had quite a bit of, especially Turi, I've had quite a bit of help from Turi in pointing me in directions and stuff like that. But anyway, I wasn't too sure what to talk about actually. I had subjects rolling around in my mind, and making sure I ain't going to get run over by a bicycle. But this one thing came to mind, and it kind of evolves around what I've been doing this week with the podcasting, because I had that sitting over in a box. I hadn't even opened it, over in the corner of the room. You know, kind of intimidated with this word of that's going to be hard or difficult, right? And holding myself back, even though I really, really wanted to do it. That piece that always holds people back of, that's going to be hard. Think about this, guys. It's only hard because you don't know, and what you don't know, you're going to think is hard. Think about going into an exam, right? If you prepare your ass off for that exam, sure, there's going to be bloody bunch of questions you ain't even going to know, right? But you're also going to have a shit ton that you are going to know. And you may come out after working your ass off, studying and moving yourself towards where you want to go. And you may come out of that exam going, yeah, it was all right, you know, I think I'm all right. But you may be standing next to someone that didn't prepare at all and going, God, blimey, that was hard, wasn't it? How difficult was that? And you're standing there going, huh? Same exam, guys. The guy next to you didn't get a more difficult exam. It's preparation. And if you if you're looking for the easy way as well, where someone's wanting to give you all the answers and they're saying, oh, this one, yeah, definitely, then you're heading for disaster, guys. Use your own mind. I know when I was in college, when a subject would come up and they would say, okay, we're going to be studying this, I wouldn't just study that, and that. I would go around it as well and study beyond that, because it puts you in a better position, guys. Yeah, when those things come along, and that guy that just did that, and that, and then something on the outside of that comes along, and you're standing there, you're going to nub it. They won't, but they're standing there going, God, blimey, this is hard, this is difficult. You're telling your brain before you even start. So getting back to that box sitting in the corner with all the podcasting equipment, there I am looking at it, and people started pushing, including 30-year-old Grom and guys on the group wanting to see a podcast. And my therapist kept on saying, when you're going to get it going, and I put it up I cleared my table. I did it in pieces parts, guys. I didn't go all in one hit. I thought first thing is to clean an area off where I can leave it set up. So I cleaned the desk off, and which was nice because it needed doing. Well, not needed, but I chose to do it, obviously. But yeah, it makes you feel a lot better when you're tidy and clean. So I cleaned a big area off. My wife was well happy. 2 birds with 1 stone. Wife happy, me happy. And I set my stuff up and knew nothing about podcasting. Only things that I've just researched and looked up, and you know, I use YouTube to the fullest. Don't seem to be able to use my words today. And I've done a bunch of studying on there with it, and just bits and pieces that I know and I've got the ideas of. But when it comes to sitting down in front of those sound boxes, guys, it's a whole different ball game. You've got buttons and sliders and dials and lights everywhere and meters, and and I'm looking at it going, okay, here we go. And let me tell you, guys, what an experience. I'm thoroughly enjoying the learning part of it. It's a lot of fun figuring things out. Now, I used to be one of those guys that would push it off to someone else and go, show me how that does it. How does that, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with getting that help, pulling your resources. Like I say, I'm being helped by guys, yeah. But the first thing is try and figure it out. And you know, it's funny because when I had a sound coming through the box, I could see the metering going, but I couldn't hear nothing in the headphones. And I kept on and on and on, and then I got to that point, right, okay, I'm going to stretch out. And 30-year-old Grom was more than happy to help me out, because he loves this area of stuff as well. Even though he said to me, he goes, I don't really know much about podcasting, but I know sound. I'm like, oh, bingo. He's a YouTube guy and a DJ as well. But so he knows the score when it comes to mixing sound and finding sound and putting things here and there. And but anyway, as I started, I was filming what I was doing so I could send it to him, so he had an idea of where I was at. And I sat there while I was waiting for a message back. I figured it out. Something clicked and said, you know what? You're not connected to an output somehow. And I had everything plugged in. But I moved something over, and I picked up the headphones and I listened, and I slid the slider up, and all of a sudden I hear the sound that I got, you know, going. And holy crap, was that a joyous thing? But you know what? Now it's not so hard, is it? I've spent days trying to figure that bit out. And when I finally got it, now I know, right? The more you do these things yourself, the more you program your mind to be able to redo it. Because doing really helps with the retention. I used to do that in college, guys. I would write a whole bunch of stuff out, because it helps retain. It helps the mind to retain the knowledge. So I used to write out pieces in books and everything. But yeah, it's only going to be as hard as you want to make it, guys. If you don't want to do your research and you don't want to put the effort in, you don't want to make that thing a passion to where you're 100% on board, then yeah, like if you're thrown into a situation that you really don't want to do, then it's going to be hard. You know why? Because you're not bothered about putting the effort in. You're not bothered about learning and studying and working it out and doing. You know, it's not all about theory, it's about getting your hands dirty, guys. And that's what I did with this podcasting stuff. I'll do a bunch of research, I'll watch a bunch of stuff, and then get my hands dirty. Start pressing, start moving things around, start trying to make something. Well, not try, I don't really like that word try, because you either do or you don't. But working towards making something happen. That at one point was difficult. It's only because we didn't have the knowledge. We didn't know. So stick with it, guys. Don't let yourself down by the, oh, that's hard, or that's going to be too difficult. Yeah, things are difficult, and things can be challenging. But you know what? It's those things that we want to conquer to be able to move forward. And let me tell you the rewards that gives once you conquer them and you figure it out. It gives those major rewards. It's just like this Apple thing. Once I figure that out, and I know that when I hit that button, I'm probably going to have to get help from the company, but when I hit that button and I see that go through, I'm going to be very, very overjoyed. Because again, it's that thing that I'm not going to give up on. I'm going to keep going. So don't quit on yourself, guys. Keep it going. If you're looking at that thing in the corner and you're not too sure, the not too sure bit and the bit that you're saying hard about is because that keeps you back from doing it. Maybe there's a fear there, yeah, over something else. Don't say it's hard. If you have the passion, guys, make it happen. Go for it. And start making that what you think is hard the challenge. Stay the course, guys. Namaste.